All right, now we're doing 7Q make acronym. This is by WeChew, and 89% of people like it. We're going to write a function which takes a string and makes an acronym out of it. The rules of making the acronym are: we're going to split the string by spaces, making each word its own element in the array. We're going to take every first letter of the word in the given string and get rid of the rest of them. And then we're going to uppercase each first letter of the words, and then we're going to join them all together. All right, here's the example. Codewars will be CW capital like that. All right, so to start off with, we're going to change this to concise syntax, make that const equals this and arrow right here. All right, and we're going to go ahead and say console.log so that we can test it while we go. All right. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to split this thing, all right? imp.split, all right? And if you're unfamiliar with the split method, it takes a pattern and divides a string into an ordered list of substrings by searching for the pattern, putting the substrings into an array, and returning the array. So we're going to be splitting it by the spaces so that each word is in its own element. So we're going to say split by the spaces, just like that. Now we're going to map the thing. We're going to do a map method on it and get rid of every letter except for the first ones, right, of each word. And we're going to use the map method, which creates a new array populated with the results of calling a provided function on every element in the calling array. In this example, we're multiplying every element by 2, and then it's going to give us 2, 8, 18, and 32 out of 1, 4, 9, and 16. But in our case, right now, what we've got going on is we've got code and wars, and we're just going to say, instead of like that said x times 2, we're going to do x at index 0. Okay, so we're not going to do x. I'm going to do e. So we're going to say dot map, and I'm going to say e for element and arrow right here, and we're going to say e at index 0, and then we're going to also turn each one of those into uppercase, because some of the tests have lowercase first letters. And we're going to use the toUppercase method to return the calling string value converted to uppercase. All right, so we're going to say e at index 0 dot to uppercase, just like that. Now let's see what it looks like. Test it out. All right, now it's just an uppercase C and uppercase W. In this case, it would be an uppercase HTML, just like that. Now we're going to join these together by the spaces in between characters, so they're right up next to each other, just like this. And if you don't know about the join method, it's pretty much the opposite of the split method. And it creates and returns a new string by concatenating all the elements in an array separated by commas or a specified separator string. And the separator string we're going to be using, like I said, the spaces in between the characters, so they're all right next to each other. So we're going to say dot right here dot join spaces in between the characters. Now let's test it out and see what we got. All right, and that looks like what we're looking for. So let's get rid of this console.log. Get rid of this one right here. Test it out. Looks good. Attempt it. Looks good. Submit it. All right, and as you can see here, it's pretty much the same thing. We just don't do it. We do an arrow function instead of a classic function, or whatever you call this function. But pretty much the exact same thing. Let's go to mine. Just this guy and me, and best practice here, very much like this, and we'll see you next time.